3 चलो YouTube लाइव स्टार्ट हो गया।
ठीक है,
मैं रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ इधर पे। ओके, सो बोथ साइड डन।
कोई नहीं आया। 10 वॉचिंग
पे भी सिर्फ मैं ही हूँ उस साइड पे।
वॉचिंग में 3 तो अपन ही हो गए।
थोड़ा फोर्स कर। अच्छा 13 वॉचिंग है। चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं फिर। मैं एक काम करूँगा, मीटिंग के बाद मैं इसका एचडी वर्जन अपलोड करके लिंक दे दूंगा, ठीक है?
हाँ, वो कर सकते हैं अपन।
अभी
हाय गाइस, गुड मॉर्निंग ऋतिक एंड अनुष्का। हाय, हाउ आर यू? गुड मॉर्निंग गाइस। अमनदीप एक बार वहां से चेक कर, यूट्यूब पे आवाज आ रही है नहीं आ रही?
YouTube डिले है 20 सेकेंड्स, आवाज आ रही है।
हाँ, वो थोड़ा सा होगा उसमें। बस वही कि एक बार आवाज प्रॉपर वहां जा रही है नहीं जा रही है। ओह शिट। Okay, then it's fine. Hi, good morning. So, Amandeep, shall we start?
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay, I think all have joined or not? Or still we can wait for 5 more minutes?
So as you said, there is no problem. We can wait for a couple of minutes, then we will start. No problem.
Okay, we will wait 5 more minutes, and after that we will start the session. Okay. So okay, I think now we should start the session. Okay, so good morning, everyone. How are you all? I hope you and your family is safe from this pandemic. Okay. I hope you all are aware about today's session, right? Hi, good morning, everyone. So today's session is about web application securities and getting into bug bounties. So more than web application security, we'll focus into the getting into bug bounties, because how you can start into bug bounties, and or what is the path and what is the approach you should follow. Okay. Animesh, can you check the screen once?
Okay. So yeah, it's working.
Because it is showing it's a pause, right?
I guess you have the same screen, the welcome one, right?
Okay, no, for me it was showing your screen sharing is paused, so I thought, okay, let me ask you first.
I guess you
Okay.
see the pages. So just click on share screen, and it should be working fine. And share your
I
screen.
think, okay, and start with the resume share. Fine.
Yeah, it's working now. Just move the cursor. Yeah, it's working.
Okay, fine. Now it's working now.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, okay. So, hi guys, this is me. Mostly known as Kumar Atul, and I'm another AppSec guy and DevSecOps guy. Mostly I have interest in application security and DevOps and DevSecOps. So what I do, mostly I do break the application, I try to fix, and then again I try to repeat the same process, break, fix, repeat. And I'm a part-time bug hunter, CNAG red team member. Recently I joined CNAG. and also I'm a contributor of OWASP Mobile Application Security Verification Standard, which is a ongoing project. So we are converting this MASBS into Hindi, into Hindi translation. So right now it's an ongoing project. We have translated around 6 chapters something. Yeah, 6 chapters, and it's in process. Also, I'm a contributor of DevSecOps University, which is initiative by Practical DevOps, Practical DevSecOps. Along with that, I have to going what's going on regarding the what are the current vulnerabilities, trending tools, POCs, CTFs, offensive security work, cricket, and mostly I do no compromise with food and coffee. Yeah, of course, I'm a meme lover, and you can reach me at social media, Kumaratan Haxer. So, guys, this is our agenda. Forward a second. So this is our agenda. Okay. What are the bug bounty programs? What is the history? Where is India stand in bug bounty? Why bug bounty programs? What is the reason of these programs? What are the popular bug bounty programs and types? Basic technical things, how you can start into bug bounties and web application security. What path you should follow. There are some resources. So I have mentioned all those resources in the PPT. After this session, I'll share the PPT with Amandeep, and Amandeep will circulate with you guys. And then sample report format, how you can so when you submit a bug bounty report, at that time what should be the format you follow, priorities, and don't forget to read terms, practice references, and then we will do some Q&A, and after that we will wrap the session. So I hope mostly you guys are aware about the cybersecurity terms, right? Just hold a second. Ramesh, voice is coming.
It's coming.
Voice is coming.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because just hold a second. Let me check YouTube as well, so I can manage the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope you are aware about this cybersecurity. What is cybersecurity? Just type your answer yes or no. Okay, I got one yes. 4, 5 yes or no would be enough to. So and then we will talk about the vulnerabilities. What is the meaning of the vulnerability? Because here we are talking about the vulnerability, and we will talk about some other things as well as soon as I get those things in my mind. So basically, vulnerability is a threat in the application through which an attacker can exploit the application. Okay, this is called we call vulnerability in simple terms. Okay, so for example, today you build an application, but you are not aware about, because you are just a developer and you are not aware about such things. Okay, and someone exploited your application, or in simple terms, I would say someone hacked your application. Okay, because this is the term which mostly we know, right? Okay, someone had my website, someone had my account. These kind of things happen with everyone, right? Sometimes they used to say, okay, sir, someone had my account, someone had this website, this application. How those applications or websites are getting hacked? Because of the vulnerability which attacker has exploited and get the access of the application. Okay, so this is a simple term of vulnerability. So we will now move forward with the agenda. So till now, everything is okay with you guys. If you have any questions, just put it in a comment box, because I'm simultaneously I'm checking the comment box as well. So if you have any questions, please type your question. Okay, so we'll move forward. The So what are bug bounty programs? So basically, bounty programs, which usually we call a VRP, Vulnerability Reward Program. Okay, it's a crowdsourcing initiative that rewards individual for discovering and reporting software bugs. Okay, so for example, what we know hacking, okay, and we know ethical hacking, right? So when you do hacking and if you get caught, you will be behind the bars, right? But if you are doing ethical hacking, suppose you found a bug in Facebook. Okay, we will talk about Facebook because we all are active on Facebook. So suppose you found a bug in Facebook through which you can exploit the integrity of the application. Okay, it is not like any simple bug or something. So I hope you all are aware about this Arogya Setu issue, right? Recently, you may heard about this Arogya Setu hack, a French hacker, or we used to call him French fry. So he claimed that he hacked Arogya Setu app, and he have access of around 90 millions of users, etc. So but okay, so when you found a bug in Facebook program, so you have two ways. Okay, either you exploit that bug for your own purpose or for bad purpose, or you can submit the bug, okay, to the Facebook security team. They will validate the integrity of the bug and what is the impact of the bug, and based on that, they will decide the reward. Okay, so uh, fine. We'll discuss about it later. Okay, so any question? I'm expecting some questions from you guys. Please, it's an open session. Okay. Don't shy. Okay, whatever queries you have, please ask because that's why I'm here. Okay, if you guys will not ask uh, any questions, then it will be like okay, just one way session, and we should make the session as interactive, right? So if you have any queries, just put in the comment box because I'm checking both things simultaneously. I'm checking YouTube also for your comments. Also, I'm checking here the my slide. Okay. So now the question comes. So bug bounty program history, how it all started. So the very first bug bounty program was launched by the Netscape in 1995. They launched this program in October 10, 1995. Then iDefense 2002. Mozilla Foundation launched this program 2004. Then Zero Day Initiative, they started bug bounty program 2005. On to on 2007. Google, Barracuda, Dutch Post, etc. They all started their bug bounty program in 2010. This is about okay. What is penetration test? So basically, penetration test. So I provide you an application, and you have to find the loopholes in the application, be it a web application, mobile application, or the network. Okay. So when you try to find the loopholes in the application through which the application can get hacked, okay, for finding the vulnerabilities or exploiting those vulnerabilities, we got penetration testing. Fine. So and then these I'm talking about these some famous bug bounty programs because there are many companies who have launched their bug bounty programs, but we must be are not aware. The reason sometimes we never heard about those companies or maybe we never tried to know about those companies. So what we know, Mozilla everyone knows means Firefox, Google we all are using, Facebook जिंदगी पूरी उसी में है फेसबुक पे राइट mostly people used to active on Facebook for 24 hours. People like me in a day 5 to 10 hours mostly. And then Microsoft, because most of the people are using Windows, so you must be know about the Microsoft. Then GitHub, if you are a developer, then you must know about the good GitHub. then Etsy, then Cobalt, and then some other, many more programs like PHP, Python, Apache. They all started their bug bounty programs in 2015. Okay. So what happened? I'll tell you a story, a short story. One of my friend, okay, what he did, he found Uber. We all know, right? Uber. We are aware about Uber. What is Uber and all. So what my friend did, he found a bug in Uber. Okay, and it was a remote code execution bug in the Uber application. So what he did, he didn't reported that bug to Uber. Reason, maybe it was his reason, because if he could have reported that bug to Uber, they must have given him some bounty like $15,000 or 15 or $20,000 or yes and all. Okay, but what he did, instead of reporting the bug to Uber, what he did, he started creating his own bugs in the application. Okay, and that too critical and high level bugs. So he can earn. So what he could have earned in one time reporting, like he reported RC, and maybe Uber will Uber may have given him around 15 or $20,000. It depends upon the severity. So instead of reporting, what he did, he started making his own bugs in the application, and he earned much more money. Okay, so this is the source. If you wanted to know about this image from where I got, so below I mentioned this source as well from where I got this image. Just a second. Now question comes, is penetration testing and bug bounty same? Okay, is penetration test and bug bounty same? If yes, then how? Okay, we can say somehow it is same, because in pen testing, client will provide you a scope of the application. Same when we with the bug bounty. Okay, you will be having a limited time in pen testing activities, because client will give you a window, because I'm telling about you as per my corporate experience. So when we do pen testing, at that time we will be having a limited time. Okay, so client will mostly give you 3 to 5 days. Okay, I'm giving you 3 to 5 days, find the bugs and provide me a report. While in bug bounty program, you don't have a first over time limit. It all depends upon your accuracy, how faster you can find the bug, how faster you can report, and how faster you can earn the money from those programs. This is a basic difference between penetration testing and bug bounty, because in pen testing you will be having a limited time, while in bug bounty you can take 5, 10 days, 15 days as per your choice. Okay. So now question is, where is India in bug bounty? So I would like to tell you, Indian hackers are in top one in bug bounty programs. As per you can see here few screenshots. Bug bounty hunters make a killing and new tech vulnerabilities. So, and second in Facebook, we are in second number. I'm not sure because this screenshot is a bit older. I think I got it from 2016, 2 or 3 years older. This screenshot, but yeah, maybe today we are standing in number one in Facebook bug bounty program, because Indian bug bounty hunters are on top one worldwide. And in the third screenshot, you can see India is world's number one at bug hunting, followed by the US. Right? So don't think that Indians are ये नहीं सोचना है कि Indians बहुत ज़्यादा पीछे हैं. We are leading from the front in bug bounty, and this is true. Any doubts? So here are few queries. So what Martin, because CEO of HackerOne said, as long as there are vulnerabilities, software vulnerabilities, there will be millionaire hackers. As long as, because see, software development or IT team is IT companies are growing in the market, right? And of course, with the growth, if developer will gain the knowledge of secure code, okay, and securing the application, basically secure code matters. If you know how to write a secure code, that would be much enough. That would be a tactical defense for your application. But again, never think that you are the superior. If you think I'm the developer and I know all the security standards and I have followed those security standards in the application, then it's your mistake. Okay, because if, for example, let's take an example about hackers. Okay, you have launched your application and you have this pride. I not say pride, and you have this ego. Okay, that my application is secure and it cannot be hacked. Then again, it's your fault, because hackers have different mindset. I have different mindset. Some other hackers have different mindset. For example, if in the same application, we 5 hackers are testing the same application, I'm not able to find any bug in that application, while other 4 have found, someone found 2 3 bugs, someone 4 5, someone 10 15. It all depends the approach which is followed by these hackers. Okay. And then there's another thing which we used to say. So no one will be able to tell you everything about this field. It's a long path, but you have to travel it alone with help from others. So today, if you think with the help of this session, you can become a good bug bounty hunter or a good web application pen tester, again, you are wrong. Reason, I can provide you a path. Okay, I can provide you a path, but you have to make your own way, right? And again, I'll tell you one more thing. It is not about the background. Okay, suppose you are a BCA or MCA students and you think, okay, it is for us. A commerce student can also come into pen testing. An arts student can also do this pen testing. I myself coming from the arts BA I was doing, and then I drop out my graduation. So all depends. Okay, it's not about okay, I'm the technical guy and I'm doing BCA, MCA or BSc IT, MSc IT, BTech, MTech. Then only I can do bug bounties or pen testing, and this IT field is only for me. No, anyone can join the IT field. Anyone can learn from resources, because most of the time what happened, people used to say okay, we don't have enough resources. Good, just open google.com, and if you would have typed how to become a bug bounty hunter, you will get a bunch of resources. But you will get the resources. Okay, people will tell you how to start. Okay, what approach you should follow for some time. Okay, but in future you have to learn yourself. You have to make your own approach, right? Any questions? So why bug bounty programs company wise? So more eyes than you could ever pay when you open it to the crowd. So for example, you have a company and you don't have a bug bounty program. Okay, at that time, what will happen? So you have a company and you don't have a bug bounty program, but you have few pen testers. Okay, I'm saying few pen testers. For example, 1 or 2. You have a security team. Okay, but those 2 or 3 guys cannot find everything, because as I said, all depends upon the mind, right? What is your mind? What is your approach? Right? It all about the approach which you follow in pen testing. or in bug bounty. So if you have a bug bounty program, right, you have more people to look into the application, to look into the vulnerabilities. But question is, you have to pay them some amount of money, or if you cannot pay them money, you provide them a appreciation, you can provide them a certificate ki, okay, this guy have found this particular bug in our bug bounty program, and we have and we are awarding him this certificate. Or you can make a hall of fame list in your website, because most of the time what happens, bug hunters, they don't expect anything. What they want, your company, your data should be protected. Now question is, again, as you said ki, okay, so let's talk about Uber again. So Uber paid millions or billions rupees per year in bug bounty program, right? But I think in 2017 someone hacked their organization and leaked on the database. Why? Again, because they have their internal teams, right? They have bug bounty hunters who are doing pen testing in their application, right? And they are paying, company is paying them money. But again, where was the mistake? Then if they have their internal team, they have uh, multiple hackers who are trying to find the bugs in their programs, but the company got hacked. Why? As I said, approach matters, right? Any question? Then second thing, building it right the first time is a myth. If you think at first you will make a more secure application, then it's your fault. I'll tell you a scenario. Recently, I was doing testing on a mobile app, okay, and it was someone from my company's client, which companies provide bug bounty and how to find the companies. Okay, Abhishek, we will be coming to that topic. Just give me 5 or 10 minutes. We will come to that part. Okay. Uh, so what happened when I started the testing? I had a conversation with their CEO. Okay, and what he said, is sir, because what happened in last quarter, our company gave them as a beginner how to find the chances. Abhishek, just hold a second. We are coming to that point. Okay. So what happened? That CEO said, okay, last time in last quarter, your company gave us a compliant report. That means no vulnerabilities in our application exist. I said, sir, no. There may be some vulnerabilities. And what happened then? I started testing the application and I got secure injection in that mobile application through which I could have downloaded their entire data. And for exploiting this secret injection, one of my friends, Shiv, he helped me for exploiting that vulnerability, because I had a slow internet connection and he had Wi-Fi. So I gave him, okay, just you do it. You just try to exploit, because from my side it is not getting exploited. So you can try from your end. And that guy helped me, and with the help of that guy Shiv, I provided the report to the client. Okay, sir, this is the major bug in your application, and you have to patch. So, as I said, companies most of the time, what companies will say, ki, okay, yaar, if we will launch a bug bounty program, we have to pay the money, right? But again, as I'm saying, if you don't want to provide them money, then provide them a certification, right? It's just a piece of paper, or you just have to uh, hire. Most of the companies have graphic designers as well for generating the posters and all those things. So yeah, they can help take the help from the graphic designer who can design a good certificate, and you can award it to that guy. Okay, dude, this is your certificate, and we are appreciating your efforts. If you don't want to pay them money, you don't pay. Okay, no one is asking. But yeah, if someone is approaching you sir, I have found this vulnerability in your program or in your application. Even if you don't have a bug bounty program, you can appreciate the efforts of that guy. What happened? Most of the, I'll tell you a real, a bitter truth. Most of the guys don't want to do bug hunting in Indian programs. I would say Indian programs are like Paytm. Okay, now Paytm started paying money, but it is just some pennies. It's not a huge amount or which you can expect. But again, most of the time, what happened now as we are growing, people are are getting a bit awareness in bug bounty programs. Okay, what happened when I started hacking? I started hacking when I was 16, and I got to know about bug bounties after 2 years something. So when I started, it was a government organization. I am not telling you the name. So I found few bugs and I reported to them. Ki, okay, sir, I have found this bug in your application. Please take it and fix the application. And what they did, they sent an FIR copy in my mail ID. This is the because what they said, I hacked their application, but I submitted the bugs which I found in their application. Since that time, I stopped testing Indian applications. Reason Indian companies will not understand your efforts. Okay. Or nowadays, what is happening? You will submit a bug to them. Okay. Doesn't matter they have a bug bounty program or not. What they will do, they will not reply you. Okay. And silently they will patch the bug, and what you will get? Nothing. No appreciation, nothing, no email chain from their side. This is not good. If someone, again, I'm saying, if someone is finding something in your application or someone is reporting to you, please provide them a appreciation. Again, it's not about money. You can appreciate those guys. Okay, thank you for efforts and etc. It depends, right? But reason, but not responding to that guy will not create a good impact, right? Uh, so again, why bug bounty programs researcher wise? So for researchers, so it's like every time it will be a new learning. There will be an application which is built in various programming languages or some new technology. You will get to know how to test those applications, right? New challenges because nowadays developers are a bit smart, not 100% smart. They are a bit smart, and they can apply few security. They can follow the few security measures in their application, but it is not. Again, if you think you are 100% secure, then again it's your fault or your mistake. New technology, and of course, if you are finding a good bug, reporting it ethically, you will get a good money. Or depends upon the impact of the bug and the severity of the bug. So this is my friend Arman, and I took his video. Okay, so this guy is very good in bug hunting. You can follow him in the Twitter as well. He is earning millions via bug bounties. If I say in a monthly how much he earn, monthly I think he is earning around 50 or 60 lakh rupees per month, and he is doing job also in Dubai. So of course that salary and then this part-time bug bounty as well. So this is good thing, right? Once you started doing the bug bounty, you can understand few things. Okay, how I should start. But again, I'll discuss about few more things. Then here are few bug bounty programs. So Abhishek, as you asked, which companies provide bug bounty and how to find these companies. So these are few bug bounty platforms. Bugcloud, HackerOne, CNAC. CNAC is required mostly a written exam, practical exam, and background check. They have this procedure. Then Cobalt, we have Zero Copter is invite based integrity. Yes, we have, and there are many other bug bounty programs which you can follow. So Abhishek, here is your questions answer. if you want to find which company provide bug bounty, you can simply make an account in HackerOne or Bug Cloud, because for CNAC, you should have some knowledge about pen testing. You should have some Honor Fame bounties from some programs, because CNAC have practical exam, so they will provide. So recently I gave the practical exam where they gave me 5 or 6 web applications for testing, and one network part was there. Then cohort zero copter. Zero copter is invite based. So for example, my friend is in zero copter. I can tell him, "Ki, bhai, can you invite me to your program, zero copter?" Then that guy will provide me invite, and if everything will goes okay, I'll get access to zero copter portal. So when you log in into the bug cloud or hacker one, so for these bug cloud or hacker one, if you want to check what these are, hold a second, I'll show you. I'm just showing you bug cloud account. What happened, visible? Okay, fine. So this is your bug cloud platform. Here you can see we have listed various programs, right? You can see a Credit Karma, Socrates, and then they are seeking some specialists. So you have to check what they want here. And then you can see here a mesh Wi-Fi ecosystem and mobile application. It's an IoT router. And if you find a very critical bug, you will get $35,000 based on the severity. Again, I'm saying. So here are you can find which bugs are providing bounty, which bugs are just for no fame. So you just have to go here, or you can, here's the list: reward, points, charity. So most of the time what people do, if they found a good bug and they want to donate that amount, from here they can make a donation. Then I'm participating in the 7 programs, 23 programs I can join. Here are 39 is waitlisted. The reason of waitlisted is because recently Bug Cloud have made some changes in their policy. Okay, true. Because what that policy said, you should be active in the Bug Cloud platform, and within a month, I think, yeah, I think they made it to 30 days, 30 or 90 days. Within 30 days, you have to submit a certain level, a P1 or P2 level of bugs. Then pending invites, accepted invite means the private programs. Okay, these are some private programs for those companies which provide the opportunity. So, Abhishek, if you want to start in the bug bounty, first you have to learn some. For example, I'd say start with the web applications. Okay, here you can find lots of program. Okay, and I'll show you the policy and open a program. So let's open a Credit Karma. Here is the option of report submit. So till now, Credit Karma has rewarded 49 vulnerabilities. They have validation time of 3 days, and this is their average payout, $1,025 in the last 3 months. That is people who have got Hall of Fame in the Credit Karma. So here is they have mentioned the rating and rewards, right? So they will make it a P5, that means bond fix. If you have this vulnerability like user enumeration, open redirect, etc. I'll tell you about these things. So once you will start learning about the web application and you will understand the web application basics, then you will get to know about this. What is the open redirect? What is the meaning of get? What is get based, post based, options method, etc. Then here's their reward program. So if you API, iOS and Android and web. So if in API, iOS and Android application, you found a P1 level of bug, that means a critical bug, they will reward you in around $5,000. But if P1 is into the web application, they will reward you $3,000. Same P2 means high or medium. Okay, I'll say high, and P3 is your medium. P4 is I'll consider as a low. Where is the severity? Okay, so P4 will come. So for example, you found a bug, okay, and you think it is high. What you did? You submitted the program report, and you said, okay, sir, this is the vulnerability which I found, and this is the severity. Bug cloud team will analyze the bug and the severity. So suppose you submitted a P1 level of bug and they found that this bug is not, we cannot consider this bug as a P1 category. So what they will do, they will change it as per the impact. So if the impact is not much, I mean a basic level of impact or something, they will put it in under a P4 category. And if they found there is a no impact into the web application or the customer or the mobile application, they will keep in P5 category. Here are the targets and scope. And then they mentioned some out of scope applications. That means you should not test these applications because these are out of scope. Depends. Even out of scope, sometimes what happens, I have seen few people who found bug in out of scope domain, and because of the impact and severity, company consider that bug and they provided them money. Then access. So, before getting into any bug bounty program, you should read about each and everything which is mentioned here. Okay, I'll share more things when get back here after some time. So, okay, so let's see other. So we have various types of bug bounty programs. As I said, few will provide you Hall of Fame. Okay, I'll show you how it looks Hall of Fame. Some will provide you Hall of Fame with certificate of appreciation. Some will provide you Hall of Fame with swags, and some will provide you swags. So swag means they will send you some goodies. So for example, they can send you. So let's talk about bug cloud and HackerOne. So if you found something in a bug cloud and HackerOne program, in bug cloud and HackerOne application, what they will provide you are t-shirt or bug cloud stickers or some goodies or some gadgets, or depend what kind of services they provide. If you found the any bug in HackerOne application, they will provide you t-shirts, cap, hoodie, and what we said, stickers and figure spinner, etc. Some will provide you honor frame with bounty, or some will provide only bounty. Any question? Okay, then it comes basic technical things to get started. What things you should know before jumping into all these stuffs. So first thing is web and network basics for beginners, right? So web and network basics, you should know what is web application, how it works, right? You cannot directly start reading the web application hackers handbook and you can, okay, now I know how web application works, and you now I know how to find the bugs, and you started jumping into the program. And then what will happen? You will get nothing. Reason? Because when you don't know the basics, you're not able to understand how the application is working, how it is communicating, etc. Then some network basics. You should know some Linux command, web app technologies, and you can run basics of HTML, Java, PHP, Python, JavaScript, etc. I'm not saying you should be proficient in all these languages like Java, PHP, Python, JavaScript, but you should be able to understand the code and the flow. What is the meaning of this particular part of the code, how it is behaving, how it is, how the application is sending data to the server, how it is communicating, etc. Then we have OS top 10. So OS top 10, as I said, when you start reading about OS top 10, but before that, as I said, you should not directly jump into OS and web application, hackers handbook, etc. First, you should know some basics, because if your basics is strong, then only you can understand these things. Or for example, if you skip the basic, because nowadays what happened, new guys, I mean new guys means people who just started into hacking. What they will do, they don't know the basics. Okay, they don't know how application is working. They would simply create an account in Workcloud or HackerOne, found some common bug like clickjacking. There's a not much impact of clickjacking. Again, they found ki, okay, there is some issue or some other. So most of the time, what happens? People are not aware about the bug and how they can categorize its severity, etc. What they do, they submit the program. Okay, submit the report. Okay, sir, I have found this bug, but they are not even able to explain the severity of the bug, how it is impacting, and what will happen. Program will reject their bug. Okay, what they will say, ki, okay, it is not as per, it is out of scope or something, and then what these people will do. Okay, this program is not good, HackerOne is not good, bug cloud is not good because they are rejecting our bugs, they are not accepting the bugs, etc. And people will start irritating other people who are working with, I would say, Buckcloud or HackerOne. They will find them on Twitter and they will say, ki, okay, sir, I have found this vulnerability and your team rejected the vulnerability. But again, I'm saying when you started doing these things, always read the terms and conditions, what bugs is in out of scope, what bug they will consider. And most of the time, companies or the programs, they also mention what kind of vulnerabilities we want. So choosing your initial path is like, so once you understand basics of application, web application, and you have a basic understanding of web application like PHP, Java, or JavaScript, etc. Then you can choose your path. Okay, now I have to do pen testing in web application or in mobile. In mobile, you have two options, Android and iOS. It depends. Okay, what path you should follow. I have mentioned here a few resources. So you can get these resources when I'll share the PPT with Amandeep, and Amandeep will circulate to you guys. Here I have mentioned few basic resources from where you can understand the web basics, what is HTTP, what are the HTTP headers, etc. Then some networking resources, the Linux commands, which are the Linux common commands which you should use. HTML languages. I mean, HTML is a very basic language which you can understand, but yeah, at least you should know about it. Then PHP, JavaScript, C++ is your choice whether you wanna understand it or not. SQL queries you should know. Python, Bash, Ruby, code. So it all depends. So how you can start? First, understand what is HTML, what are the tags, etc. Once you understand the HTML, start reading the PHP. Okay, because if you understand one language, for example, you got you master, I'll not say master, and you understand what is PHP, how I can define the functions, etc. At that time, once you understand the PHP application, then you can move to other programming languages. But if you know one programming languages, then other will not be difficult to understand, because or not same. I mean, there will be some function change, etc. But the methods will be almost same, right? So understand one language in the deep, how much you can go. Try to make some whatever applications you're on. Start reading the OS. Okay, this is the SQL injection, and you can get the SQL injection code in the Google. What kind of code, cause the SQL injection vulnerability, etc. Then started moving, makes your small whatever pages. Try to do practice in those uh, pages, and sorry. Then in web pen testing, we have what you should read. I would say, so start with the OS testing guide, what it is. Read OS 2013, then move to 17. Then you can read Web Application Hackers Handbook, Web Hacking 101, Mastering Modern Web Application, Web Penetration Testing, Breaking into Information Security. These all you can read one by one. But today, if you started reading OS testing guide and suddenly you move to OS 2017, then again it will create a confusion to you. The reason, you don't know what was in OS 2013, right? Why they made 17? Okay, so once you started understanding all these stuffs, so for example, today you started learning A1 injection in OS top 10 number one. Okay, injection. What kind of vulnerabilities come into the injection part? Be it OS command injection, be it secure injection, NDAP injection, etc. And there are various vulnerabilities come into the injection part. You can search, you can read about those things, you can make your own notes, whether you want to make your notes in the notebook, or you can make notes in your laptop or computer. It's up to you. Do practice, practice, and practice. Then here are few. Once you understand the web application pen testing, then I'd say you should move to mobile pen testing, because almost approaches are same. A few things will change into the mobile application. We'll discuss. So in mobile application pen testing, here are few books. Mobile application hackers handbook, then manifest security by Aditya Agarwal. So if you started into the mobile application, you don't know how to start, then you can follow this manifest security by Aditya Agarwal. this guy has mentioned from the beginning to the he has just mentioned static analysis of mobile applications, what tools you should use, what is the purpose of this tool, what kind of vulnerabilities you can identify in the mobile application. Then again, mobile application security wiki. So this guy made a Wikipedia of mobile application security, then mobile application security guide, and mobile application security verification standards on which currently are working. This is by OS. So if what happens most of the time, people say like, okay, we don't know, we don't understand much English, so how we can understand? So soon we will launch this mobile application verification standard in Hindi. I hope I'll share with you guys as well. Then here are some YouTube videos how to get started in a bug bounty. Then bug bounty hunting tools which you can see. Developed by Bug Cloud, Bug Bounty 101, the truth about Recon. So when you first understand the basics, when you understand the basics, then move to the tools and technologies what you should follow, or you can find your own tool. So suppose today I'm doing testing. So let's take an example of Bob suit. Okay, so no. So let's say in mobile application, I'm reversing the application or I'm viewing the converted text file via JDGUI. It is not mandatory that you should follow only JDGUI. You can choose other tool. It's up to you, right? Once you understand, start doing your own research. How you can do this thing, how this thing works, why it is not working in this way. So suppose in secret injection you found okay, this is one way of secret injection. How I can execute the secret injection in other way? Okay, if you read now various articles, you will get various approaches to find the secret injection. Okay, it's up to you. So today after this session, it would depend on you whether you wanna move into this field or not. How you wanna grow, it's up to you, right? It's not about the resources. Okay, I have resources, I can read those resources anytime. Yes, you can read those resources anytime, but you have to make a schedule. Okay, I should give this much time of particular this thing. So mostly people are into PUBG, COD, etc., Facebook, Instagram, right? So instead of wasting your time in Facebook, Instagram, you can start learning these stuff. And to be very honest here, if once you started doing these things and you got interest into this field now, you can learn much, 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 and much. It all depends on you, how you want to grow again. So here is a sample report format. So when you submit a program, so when you submit a report in a bug bounty program, so this is how you can make a report format. Like first you can mention the vulnerability name, what is the severity, critical, high, medium, no, informational. Vulnerability description, what is this vulnerability, how it is impacting the application, what was the parameter or the URL where you found this particular bug, impact, what payload you use, steps to reproduce, how a reviewer can reproduce the same bug. Because if you not provide the steps to reproduce, then the guy who is reviewing your reports, he or she will not able to properly, because it's your report, right? If you think कि okay, I have submitted a bug, I'm not provide, and you have not provided them steps to reproduce, and you think यार उनका प्रोग्राम है वो खुद reproduce करेंगे, मैं क्यों करूँ? मैंने तो उन्हें बता दिया कि okay, this is the vulnerable parameter, अब जाओ तुम ढूंढो. No, this is wrong. काम किसका है? पैसे किसको चाहिए यार? पैसे हमें चाहिए. So we should provide them a technical in-depth report. Okay, so because sometimes if your report format is good and it is well written, you may get some bonus for even report writing as well. And then mitigation. So you found the bug, you provided them the severity description, URL, impact, payload, steps to reproduce, and now what is the mitigation of the vulnerability, how the developer can mitigate. All these things you should provide in your report. Your report should include all these things. Then here are the priorities. So we have first P1 critical, P2 high, P3 medium, P4 low, P5 informational. So critical, right? Vulnerabilities that cause a privilege escalation from unprivileged admin. For example, in your house, you all have key, right? But some other person who found unauthenticated access to your house, okay, person will enter into your house, will make the damage, it come out, right? This is critical. And now you think, okay, we have keys, how that other guy got the access, right? Then high, that affect the security of the software and impact process its support. Medium, which is just affecting some multiple users and require little or no user interaction. Most of the time, let's talk about accesses. So accesses is a vulnerability where an attacker injects some JavaScript payload into the application, and most of the time what they just try to do are get a pop-up. Okay, so if you submit a pop-up into the bug bounty program, sir, I have found accesses and this is the pop-up which I'm getting. Again, they will not consider your bug. Reason, most of the time it is self-accesses. Self-accesses like each and every time you have to enter the payload. Okay, so for example, there's a search box in the website. In that you enter a payload script, alert script. Okay, submitted, you got a pop-up. But why they should consider this? What is the impact? Because it's a self-access application or the payload is not storing in the application database, then they will what they will say ki, yaar, it's a, or they will mark it as a P5 because there is no impact, because it requires a user interaction. Or how you will say, bhai, for example, let's talk about Amandeep. Amandeep found a bug or self-accesses in Microsoft website. Okay, and he reported, okay, sir, I found this accesses in the your search option. This is the payload, and Microsoft will say, okay, how user get affect from this payload. Reason, how you will say, Amandeep will come to me, भैया भैया, see, can you enter this payload? I'll say, हाँ ठीक है, कर दिया मैंने. I got the pop-up, but what he is getting, nothing. Pop-up to मेरी side में आया, right? He is not able to perform. He is not able to, what we used to say. He is not able to create an impact of that vulnerability. So how you can make this self-accesses to a critical, find another bug in the application, chain these two vulnerabilities, and then show them. Then information non-exploitable vulnerability in the application. Most of the time, people will come to, okay, sir, we have found this server information disclosure that Apache version 1.2 or something is running in your application, but you found that, okay, Apache is 1.2.5 is older version, but have you tried to exploit that vulnerability? No. Then on what basis you're trying to submit this bug? Yes. If so most of the time what happens, companies are using the vulnerable softwares, but they are using the proper mitigation and patches provided by the team. So if you reported then, sir, 1.3 is the vulnerable version and I should get reward, then again you are wrong here. Show them how an attacker can exploit the vulnerability, and then you see how much money you get. Don't forget to read terms. We already discussed about it. So when you start into the program, You should start before starting the testing. Please read the disclosure and terms. Just keep within the scope. Don't go out of scope. Don't disclose the program. So suppose it's a private program, okay, and I got the private program or you found the excesses. Most of the time, what people used to do, they will post in the Facebook. Oh, bhai, I got Facebook. I got a bug in Facebook. But dude, it's a private program. You cannot disclose the program name until the vulnerability which you identified is patched and until the program is agree to the disclose to the vulnerability. So अगर program agree नहीं करता है, so program you ask for the disclosure permission from the program कि sir can I disclose the vulnerability? Most of the time they will say कि okay हाँ ठीक है, you can disclose the vulnerability, but you cannot disclose the program name because if you disclose the program name, then they might take a legal action against you. Okay. And again, if you're in bug bounties, if you think, okay, after 1 month of study, I'll become a good bug bounty hunter, then again you are wrong here because most of the time for getting the expertise in bug bounty, it can take a year or 2 years. I have seen people who started. I will not say the name, but I've seen people who started doing started submitting few normal bugs into the application. Then they started crying up, yeah, they are not accepting this bug and all. But again, you should able to explain them the impact, etc., and how you can exploit. But after a few years, when I see those guys, they are doing really good in bug bounties. Reason they work hard. Okay, they understand what mistakes they were making, etc. Right? These are all things you should remember in bug bounty. It's not a 1 day or 1 night job. Yes, if you have a good expertise. So, for example, if I talk about a guy who found 25 RC remote code execution vulnerability in application in 2 hours. 25 RC in a program within 2 hours. Reason why he was able to find because that guy did hard work on his approach. Okay, approach and all those things. He knows because when you start into the program, it is not directly you jump into the program. Okay, I created account and now I should start doing the testing. No, first understand what is program, what the application is doing. Okay, we call this process information gathering or enumeration. What all things are in scope? Read the documentation. This is must. If you think, yeah, okay, documentation, who will read, I should directly jump into the program, then again, if you directly jump into the program, you will not get a much severe bug. You will get some normal accesses, so that's it. But if you read the terms, conditions, how the application is behaving, what is the background, what is the architecture they are following, make a notes, make an endpoint list because all those things they will mostly mention in the application documentation. Ki, okay, this is how the application is working. Then started doing the testing, and you may get some good bugs. Practice, practice, and practice. So there are various things where you can do practice. Like we have Hackathon 101. Here you can do practice, and if you solve all the Hackathon 101 web programs, you will start getting the private invites. Then Web Security Academy by Portswigger. This is must recommended to each and every one of you. Once you started learning all these stuffs and you started doing the pen testing and you know okay, now I should go into the pen testing, then you can do practice in Web Security Academy. They have some really awesome methods which even I'm reading right now. So it's all about, it's not like okay, I'm expertise in bug bounty, then I'll not study, right? यार ये कोई वो नहीं है कि 10th का एग्जाम नहीं कि अभी मुझे 9th का नहीं पढ़ना है. Here, once you started learning these stuffs now, you should know each and everything. And if you can know each and everything, then at least you should aware about that thing. What is in the market? What is the latest exploit? How it is working? What is the scenario? What is the attack scenario, etc. Then bug bounty notes, pen tester, hack the box, time vulnerable application. So as a beginner level, you can start with the TVWA. It's a simple application to find the bugs or to for practice. Then here's Accesses Game by Google, OneHub, HackMe, and there are many more you can find. I would say Hack the Box and OneHub. You can come here later once you have a good understanding of web and network. Then you can try to explore the machines which are available in the Hack the Box and OneHub. Prior to that, you can read this Web Security Academy. They have some methods, tools, techniques, etc. How you can explore the particular vulnerability, etc. And then they have labs as well for your practice. Hackme is simple. Hacker One is good. Pentest Lab, you can take a paid subscription for it. They have also for a good labs as a beginner. And here are a few references which I have taken for making this PPT. So, any questions now? Any questions? Because we are about to finish the session. So, please drop your question.
YouTube is 10 seconds delayed, so you have to wait.
What?
YouTube is delayed for 10 seconds, so
Yeah.
you have to wait. There's a one question coming through from Inder.
Hold a second. Which Linux version is good to start? Okay, so it depends. I mean, see, if you are a beginner or so most of the time, what happens? People used to say, ki, okay, you should do. You can use Kali Linux. So it's all up to you. If you have a good understanding and if you really wanna learn the things, then I would say you can install the Ubuntu first and you try to install those tools yourself in Ubuntu machine because in Kali machine all tools are pre-installed and then you will get nothing to understand. Okay, you are not much aware about how you can install these tools and all those stuff. But in a machine, Ubuntu machine, when you will set up your app, you will install your own tools, etc. So I'd say you can start with the Ubuntu. And if you have a very good understanding of these Linux versions, then you can move to Arc as well. Also, what can I do further after finishing DBWA? So in DBWA, there are many machines. I mean, many labs, not only secure injection lab. So they have, as far as I remember, they have a secure accesses, CSRF, Open Redirect, or some broken authentication or some remote for execution vulnerabilities as well. So you can do practice on those maps. Then you can move to these other maps which I mentioned in the PPT. Like if you think, okay, now you are a bit good, then you can start doing running web hacking, hacker 101. There you can try your skills whether you are able to find the flag or not. and then you can move to Portsbigger Web Security Academy. That would be good to sharp your skills in web applications. Any other question? Questions, Amandeep?
Yes, thank you, Atul sir, for giving such beautiful insights on the web application security and bug bounties. I guess you covered all the basic queries that people generally ask, that how to get started with this sort of things, how to approach for the bugs, how to start hacking, or how to crack the web applications when you are a beginner, or which platforms you can test on. So I guess you have answered all the questions in your session, but still I would like to ask that if there are any more questions, so we are open up for the questions for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, if you guys
Otherwise,
have any other question, please type your question. So, then if you don't have any question, yeah, then we can wrap up the session.
we'll wait for another 2 minutes, otherwise we will wrap up the session.
Yeah,
Till the time, I'll share your Twitter handle or your email with these guys.
that I can show. Hold a
Yeah,
second.
sure, 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 sure,
So,
sure.
yeah, here I'm showing you a few Twitter profiles which you can follow. So, okay, I think new start is there. Yeah. So right now here is my followers. I mean, whom I'm following Twitter. So like you can follow Akhil Remy. He is very good guy. He's secured, resecure app. Recently with debuting the Arogya Setu app, he was with us. Then Shashank is very good guy, 19 years young, and recently he finished his OSCP. Uh, then Sunny Nera, you can follow this guy. He used to make live videos for basic web applications and pen testing, etc. Kanoy boys, both I'd say should not for Ayush Pathak, you can follow here. He is also very good guy in our web application pen testing. Then Sam Curry, yeah, if you are in bug bounties, then you can follow Sam Curry, Sven. Sven is basically from he's our leader of this mobile application security verification standard. Right now, working under him. Then Swaroop, we have this guy is very good in mobile applications. I think I missed one more name. Yeah, that's this guy. Amandeep, you can also follow. Amandeep, I have also very good understanding of web applications and forensics, I think. Subhajit, Tom Nom. I'm just talking about some good guys who are into bug bounties. Tom Nom, you can follow Shashwat. Then I can say, yeah, Amandeep is here. I follow this guy as well. Then next, Talk David Harsh Botra. Right now, he's writing some talks. You can uh, follow him. Yes, and we have had Joshi as well. Aditya Shende. So this guy Aditya, he used to share bug bounty tips on daily basis. So you can follow him as well. Cyber Mentor. This guy have a YouTube channel. So you can follow this guy as well. Aditya Sharma. So you must know, you maybe not about not know about this guy. If you heard about this one plus breach, Then you can follow this guy. Yeah, I'm coming to that part. Namsek, they have a Twitch video. Iceman, Pawn Machine, Prince Chadda, he is good bounty hunter. Avnish Pathak is also good. Then we have Shivanshu. This guy is very good in web, mobile, and IoT applications. Ashish Yadav is very good in OSINT. And we have Nidish Pandya as well, whom you can follow for some good understanding of web applications. Then we have Arman Pathan, whom video I shown you was Shivam Kamboj. We have then uh, then Rahul Mani, Nidish Pandya. We have Rajneesh Pathak, Namsek. We have Avinash Jain is also very good guy. Adesh is also good in bug bounties. And so you can get all the list and Dark Droid. We have this guy is very good in mobile application pen testing. He is doing MTech in cyber security. You can follow him as well. And yeah, so in Twitter you can type this. You can just search this term bug bounty, hash bug bounty tips, hash BB tips, etc. So you will you can find these guys because mostly these guys they all use these hashtags hashtag bug bounty tips, hashtag BB tips, hashtag bug bounty, and then Sahil Ahmed we have Web Security Academy and. So Madhu Akuna, we have Ajay is very good bug bounty hunter in Hagavan, and Rudra is also he have in bug bounty Hamad Sek. So there are many guys you can find all these guys in Twitter. It's easy to find them. I think I should not tell you how to find these guys in Twitter. So just follow these terms which I told you the hashtags, and you may end up to these guys. And yeah, if you want a good newsletter, then Pentest and they provide I think weekly or monthly newsletter. So from here you can understand many things. You can so mostly they used to connect resources from various articles and then they make a list of those articles and they provide here. You can follow these guys. Pankaj Padera, this guy is also good in bug bounties. You can follow these guys. Yasin Abubakar, Sammy, Deepak Kumar Das, Rakesh Mane, Sumit Jain, Subho Adler. So there are many guys. If I start telling you the name, then it will take an hour or something. And one more is guy, one of 8 millionaire hackers thanks to HackerOne. So there are many guys you can follow these guys on Twitter. But yeah, it is not like that. Okay, today you after this session you will say okay now I should look for other things or something. So that depends. I mean how you are working hard in your learning. If you think okay everything would be easy after this session, then again the path is not easy. As I said, you have to make your own path to understand the terms, etc. Right? So we'll wrap up here. So thank you everyone. And guys, we have this Arishti is our initiative. Me and Animesh and a few other guys who are managing this Arishti. So here, basically on a day-to-day basis or sometimes on weekly basis, we used to share. This tips and tricks are like recently we had a session on web applications and we have and one more session of web application we are starting from the next week. So I'll ask Amandeep to share the link with you guys. If you have interest and if you are nerd, please join the session. Then we have some basic networking session classes as well. You can Animesh.
Yeah,
Animesh,
yeah,
yeah. Can you explain more about Arishti?
yeah, sure. So I'm taking
Yeah,
your screen share. For one.
yeah, sure.
Okay, just give me 1 second. hello guys. My name is Animesh, and I'm running one community. So I'm gonna do one thing. I'll just stop sharing his screen and take over to my screen, so you can see this window a little bit here. So you guys know about pandemic, right? So we started thinking what we can do for community. So we came with one idea. Why not we start something where we can teach all those people about different technologies? Okay, so most of us working with MNCs or cybersecurity consultancy companies. So for instance, Atul is working for a company. We have other persons who's working for Patu or ENY. So we decided, why not make a community and share knowledge? So we had few talks. If you go to events, okay, so we have a talk on C programming for hackers. So here we are talking about all those things that you might have missed in your college. Okay, so we talked about all those things, how it works, and this talk is handling by Himanshu. He is a good guy for that thing. We had some talks in red teaming, basic on networking. Then we got expert development. We got fun with malware. If you're more interested in malwares, this is the thing that you should look into. And then we have one thing on designing rootkit. So this is one of the most viewed talks in YouTube for our site. So you can have a look how you can design your own rootkit. And when we start about web applications from next week, so yes, if you're willing to join, just have a look or keep an eye on this website. We are going to have an upcoming event all the time, so you can just follow us and go through. So that's all from my side, and I want to ask Hemant Atul to take over.
Thank you so much, Animesh sir and Atul sir, for such a beautiful session. I would like to thank you from behalf of MCA department and Computer Science department of PSIT. Thank you so much for sharing wonderful information with us. Thank you so much for hosting the event.
Thank you, everyone, and hope we can.
Hi, Anish.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, done.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay. So guys, if you have any questions or if you have anything, you can just follow me here, and you can reach out to any of my social media. You can reach out to with this username Kumaratan Axel. So any kind of questions, if you have, please you can shoot your queries. Maybe some of you are are not able to ask questions at this time, but yeah, you can ask at any time from me, and I'll be sharing this PPT with the Amandeep, and he will circulate the PPT with you guys. Okay. So, Amandeep,
Yeah, sure. I will do circulate the thing.
I'm wrapping up this session here. Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you, Amandeep.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Atul sir.
okay, so
Okay. Uh,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
wrapping up soon.
So, okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay,
Amandeep.